Okay, well, welcome to the very condensed version of SAC 59's 2020 hot pepper garden, and the first hot pepper garden video of 2020. So anyway, my wife and I went to Mexico on March the 8th. I knew that we were leaving, so I decided that I wasn't going to start the peppers in February the way I normally do, because I figured that they'd be just coming up and ready to be potted, like just about when we were leaving. So I figured it didn't make any sense, so I waited. Then the pandemic took hold while we were away. We came back now. We had to go into quarantine, but we were both working from home is the way it worked. And it was a lot harder and a lot more work working from home, doing my job. And it took up a lot of my time. And I was very dispirited in any case. I still am. I don't want you to think I'm not dispirited, because it's April 4th and I'm still very dispirited. So I work in the accounting office of a hotel, the largest hotel in the city, and we have almost nobody staying in the hotel. I think like one room maybe. So it's not looking good, I'll just put it that way. So I wasn't really feeling like I wanted to start this year. I thought maybe this is a year I'll skip. But March the 26th, I said, no, I really don't want to skip. I want to continue doing what I've always done. Why would I skip the one thing? You know, it's not the one thing, but why would I skip something that, I really love doing? Because I'm feeling so out of sorts with about everything else. So I decided to go ahead and do it. But March 26th, I made a decision that I would only have a small number of plants. If I have any additional that I could give away, if I can find the people that I used to give to, they sure don't work with me anymore, at least not at this time. But I'll see what I could do. These are all Peruviano Arancillo. I made that decision because they're the fastest of all the plants to come up. They germinate the quickest. Within a week, they're all up, and they very good germination rate, and they grow fast and they're prolific, and I really like the peppers. So I thought, I'm not going to monkey around with a whole bunch of hard-to-grow peppers this year. No time for that. So like I said, it's April the 4th, and I just potted them all in. So you can see now, I just want to kind of capture this. They're tiny. This one over here hasn't decided that he likes what I've done. I get that a lot. Here's one that's kind of squeezed up and said, I don't know what's going on. And some of them are leaning forward. This one's not looking good, but I kind of expect that. And if I lose a few, I guess I'll be all right in the end. If I can have 10 plants, I'll be all right. And I've got two tiny ones over here. One of them may make it. Both may make it. I've got a couple. They look empty, but really these are peat pods where nothing came up. And sometimes the seeds surprise me, and they do germinate. Maybe in a week I'll have a few more. And believe it or not, far from saying that those ones aren't going to be worth anything, often when they germinate just at room temperature, not in the heated germination tray, they actually come up much stronger and do better and develop faster. Like I've seen that happen. I don't say it always happens. I always use the germination tray for the quickest germination time. Like the heat, because of the heat, especially when it comes to the pepper plants. But that doesn't mean that I am going to discount out of hand the potential of still having a few more plants coming up. And they're all going to be the same, and so I'll only use half the garden, and my wife will be so excited when she finds out that she has the other half that she can play with. So that's where it stands right now. I thought that I would just do a quick little video, and by gum, it's pretty quick, even if I am so boring. And then I will pick up and continue the odyssey once I know what's going on with these plants. Thank you for listening. Okay, some time has gone by, as you could probably tell. It is June the 20th today, and crazy here, I guess. The plants are still sitting here. It's not beautiful outside, but it's certainly time to get them out there. So you can see they got a pretty late start, but still they really did all do pretty well. I've got some where there's flowers already opening up, and I think I wound up with 26 plants altogether, and I've given one away already, and I'll be giving more away, and I guess the rest will just go into my garden. I have only one type, It's the Peruviano Arancillo, tried and true. I didn't have time. I probably just told you all of this, but I don't remember what I said. I didn't have time to try to germinate a whole bunch of different kinds of pepper plants, because some of them take a few weeks, or a couple weeks at least. I knew that Peruviano Arancillo is close to 100%, and usually within a week, and that was pretty much the case this year. Yeah, so within a week, I think it was the beginning of April, they were all germinated, and I had them in pots, and away we went. I did use my Miracle Grow, the shake and feed. It's got calcium and all kinds of great stuff in it, and so that's pretty much it. They did much better than I thought they were going to do, and most of them have flowers actually. And I've got this little setup over here. I've been doing a time-lapse video on this one plant since the end of March, when I first saw that there was a little seedling, but it hadn't erupted yet, so it was still under the soil. And so I thought, here's my chance. So I've had this going non-stop on this plant since the end of March, the beginning of April maybe, and look at it now. Anyways, that's my little setup over here. I don't know how far I'm going to go. I'm probably going to leave this plant here, and all the rest of them will be gone, because I want to just keep on seeing what I could get. And then at some point you will see that video come up, and that's been a dream of mine for a long time. Anyway, so that's it. I just wanted to show you quickly what's going on here. I'm going to start taking them all upstairs to get them planted into the garden, and to put them aside. I'm not even going to try to harden them off this year. I just don't have time to do that. It's been really hectic and crazy, and I don't know where the time has gone. It's just insane already. But there it is. Thank you for watching. What I'm going to do now is, once I have them in the garden, I'll just do a little end to the video, and then I'll upload this, and it'll be my first hot pepper garden video for 2020. So thanks very much for watching. Okay, so I've got them all planted. I've got 15 Peruviano Arancillo plants, nicely staked out. There's a storm brewing here. I've already seen some lightning and thunder. It's supposed to be going on all night, so I needed to get these in as fast as I could. And they're staked up, and they look pretty secure. Not enough peppers to really do what I normally do, so my wife loves beets. So this year I planted beets, and they're all over. I was supposed to thin this out to like 1 every 3 inches. Never got around to it, so now we just have lots of beets. Lots of tiny beets probably. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know anything about it. So I don't know if it's too late to thin it out now. I mean, if you know something about beets, you could tell me if I should be thinning it out, even though they're already pretty seriously big. Or if I should just leave them the way they are at this point. I would appreciate that. But this is it. Peruviano Arancillo, in my view, are really the best pepper. They've got enough heat, especially if you use 2 or 3 of them, and very nice flavor, like sweet and nice. And I have to admit, I'm not the biggest fan of the habanero flavor, and I usually find that lasts for a couple of days. When I have habanero, or any of those, like the Fatale, the 7-pod, any of the Trinidad Scorpion, the Chinensis varieties, I think all pretty much have the same flavor. There might be some subtleties and variances that I'm not detecting, but generally speaking. And then there's the aftertaste of it for like 2 or 3 days every time that you burp or whatever you're doing. Whatever you do, hiccup, cough, it's up to you to decide how you're going to handle that. Anyway, so that's it. I'm going to show you that I do have 9 plants staked out that I'll be bringing in to give to some people at work. My wife has somebody she wants to give to, maybe our neighbor. I don't know, not too many. You could probably, if you go back to earlier videos, I got this whole area filled. This year has not been that kind of a year. So that's it. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this, and it's going to be interesting to watch, because these plants really fill out, and they really make themselves at home. It's fine, and I could get like 50 to 100 peppers on each plant. So that could be an awful lot of peppers for me, and I just love picking those and having them. They're very, very nice peppers. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off now. So thanks for watching, appreciate it, and leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't, because my adventures are not always this boring. Sometimes they're fun. I'm just joking around. It's never fun. Anyway, thanks again. Bye.